as I met Jenny, and she became a friend because she was going through all the things that we texted back and forth, and that's pretty much the only contact we had, just texting. And I tried to help when I could with problems that she was experiencing, car problems, house problems, things like that. But it was like, wait a second, all those things that I wanted as a child, right? If I were to marry, she ended up sort of being all of those things because through her, I saw once again the magic, the majesty of the world, and specifically, again, the majesty of Christ, because Jenny was a Christian, and everything in her life really revolved around serving Christ. And when I saw that, and I saw her go through the brutal process and period in which she lost her husband to cancer, and how she shepherded her family. So there were 5 kids at home. She's had 7 kids. She's homeschooled all of them, right? It was and on a shoestring budget. So I'm looking at this woman thinking, man, she's superwoman.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that level of service, that level of dedication, and that clear level of love of Christ. And it's like I'm seeing Jesus through that again. And not only that, but I started when my wife died, I started thinking to myself, I don't want to be single anymore. And Jenny wasn't an option for me because I knew enough about Christianity that, I can't be, she can't be unequally yoked. Yeah. And so that's not even a possibility. But every time I would try to talk to some other woman, it came to me, she's not Jenny. And it's like, that was the only thing that kept coming. It's like, she's not Jenny. She's not Jenny. And then at one point when our kids were swimming together in the pool at Overlook Pool here in Lancaster, she was telling me about some struggles. And I mean, we had met maybe 2 or 3 times outside of church. We had met maybe 2 or 3 times in the interim period, other than when I helped out. But we were there, and I said, why don't we go swimming this particular day and we can talk? And she was telling me about some troubles, and I said to her, well, then maybe you should marry me. And she said, John, if you were a Christian, I would pack up the kids today and we would go get married tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that for me was an indescribable moment. I can't tell you what it did, because it did two major things. First, it was like, wait a second, all that I have for her is at some level being reciprocated. And the second thing was, I want this more than anything in the world. But in order to have it, I've got to destroy it. Because Jenny could not marry a non-Christian and still be Jenny. And that was like on a weekend that happened. And I didn't know what to do or how to process it, really.